Music Familia Productions, world premiere.
You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything.
Antman and his intern Siobhan also bring you so much more than that. Live, local, from Antman HQ Studios every Tuesday and Thursday, starting now.
What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's up?
You were like out for a whole fucking, I don't know, it felt like forever.
It was just a day.
No, it was
Yes.
not. It was just a day.
It was just a day, I promise.
I gotta turn myself up again. So, what was going on with you?
Oh, okay. I figured you made up some story as to why I was a bad intern
No,
and
I
didn't
just
make it.
last minute. Nope, just last
Oh,
minute. She didn't
all right.
come, but I had a pretty nice sized gentleman to fill your spot.
I heard there was a nice filler, so
He was an awesome dude.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Josh Dillard from the Admiralty was hanging out and
Is it
decided.
just me or did it just get darker?
No,
Okay, I'm crazy. It's cool. No, I just occasionally I get really crippling migraines, and I shout out to Joe, and I ran out of my CBD, and times is tough, so and money don't grow on trees. So I ran out, and my migraines got bad again, and if I was here, I'd probably been in the corner, curled up, puking.
It is
and
pretty bright in
Nobody
here.
wants that.
It
so.
is pretty bright in here, so I imagine it
Yeah.
would have been pretty brutal.
Yeah.
You would have been wearing sunglasses.
At least, if I was even talking or being interactive at all.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
You feel better now.
A little bit.
Good.
I'm still suffering, but the really bad migraine has passed for the moment.
Word. So, what do you got for us tonight?
Got a few things. Let's see here. Well, I have a breast milk bake sale.
Breast milk. Oh.
Yeah.
Does that really happen?
Well, it did.
Oh, my.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, my God.
I
Okay.
know.
What
I
el-
know.
What else you got?
And I have a ex-junkie who decided to use some pics of her junkie days to try and help people get straight,
Talk about the turnaround, huh?
right?
So I was running behind all day, I'm like trying to get. Time is getting very, very short for us here, getting ready for the baby to come home, and so me and the wife have been having a conversation about how we have to nip it in the butt. Well, don't you know the hospital called yesterday and was like, so, we're gonna change some stuff up, and so now we have to speed things up with the construction at the house.
How's that working out for you?
So it's funny that, I got a few referrals from friends and stuff like that, but because of the water damage, the huge storm that just happened.
Oh, you mean Ohio shitty weather?
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. You wait
Right.
10, you're fucked. so like honestly, like because of all the water damage from everybody else who's got damage upon damage, like I have to wait until like August 1st and 2nd to even get somebody in here to get that done. So
Do you think the wee one's gonna wait that long?
like I was up for the whole debate on if, we just move the baby into our room for that time, because of course we're gonna want that time anyway.
Well, yeah, but don't you guys have mold issues?
We're just in a couple spots that we found. Yeah, we got bought because we're
'Cause-
first time home buyers. We got really taken
Yeah.
hardcore, And I love Ohio and I love that, but
Your
some of the
wifey
rules
told me
suck.
a little bit about it, and yeah, you guys got raped. a
Ohio
little
doesn't
bit.
play fair with first-time home buyers. That's all I'm gonna say. But I mean, it is what it is. No point to complain about it. But at any rate, like it's still being a first
What's
time.
up, Josh and Josh, or Josh and Joshua?
The Joshes.
We have Dillard and Vandemark in the chat room.
Oh yeah, what's going on, guys? Shout out to you guys. I want to give a shout out to Photo Nation AP. I want to give a shout out to Raw Designs and Columbus Botanical Depot. And if you guys want to get a hold of some of our awesome sponsors, man, you're going to be hearing about those guys throughout the night. So we have a couple of ticket giveaways to do as well. I'm going to do This Day in Music live tonight, so somebody can get some surprise stuff.
Josh says the volume's really low and he can't hear us. Should do something about that.
The volume's very low. I wonder if that will help. So we will try here to I didn't want to turn this up too loud, but,
Right.
you know, I was like,
Is that any better?
right. You start small because you don't want to blow the eardrums out and piss them off, and then they turn to chant.
Right.
So we got some awesome stuff to hang out to tonight, and we got some brand new music here, and let's see, what else have we got? We got some alternative stuff coming in tonight. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
And he says, and yes, my volume is turned up. Haha.
So we want to make sure that you guys can hear us. So I guess, you know, we can always adjust that throughout the show as you need. So just let us know, and we will make sure we can do that. So one person, many hats. So you have to
The
understand.
studio cat must have walked across the board again.
Those little pussies have been hanging out way too long.
Fuck
Yeah.
that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that.
Oh, wow. Dave was on repeat.
Aww.
Dave was on. See, that's a prime example, like, of cats being places they shouldn't be.
Fail.
See, and I let that little bastard in here for 24 hours, took it to Rascal, and they took it and found it a nice home, so it won't be back.
Well, that's good.
You know, I shouldn't have left the door open.
That's what you get.
I totally.
Strays will just wander in.
Oh, it's bullshit, I'm telling you. So, in the interest of you coming back, I got a brand new song for you called Bright Lights there for you, Siobhan. So,
Oh, yeah? For me?
yep, just for
Yay.
you. So grab your shades, and we'll be right back after this.
Where the bright lights of the neon city, there's a spotlight shining through your hair. In the daylight, it never looks as pretty. We're out looking for love, looking for money, looking for something. Does anybody know what's real? There's a firelight far away from the city. There's a firefly buzzing around your head. By the fireside, you always look so pretty. We're out looking for love, looking for money, looking for something. Does anybody know what's real? We're all trying to find some peace of mind. Time after time, can anyone know for sure? wrong kind of stranger who would put your heart in danger. Would my apologies for coming on so strong suffice? I don't intend to prove you wrong, but I might, yeah. I have no intentions of proving you right. I'm by your side till the end of the world. I'll run with you to the end of the world. I'm a little bit restless as the leaves on a tree. There's a thunderstorm pouring down over me. So pardon my disheveled appearance if you'd be so kind. I don't expect to impress your friends, I know this much is true, but I will try if it mattered to you. Right by your side till the end of the world. I'll run with you to the end of the world. Trust can be as bullets and arrows, or 2 stones to kill 1 sparrow. Life is not just a walk in the park, nor a burdened soul. Second that if you motion right by your side till the end of the world. I'll run with you to the end of the world.
Not too much. I'm doing all right.
Trying to do all right.
Trying to.
So, OJ.
Oh boy. I knew you were gonna want to talk about him.
I can't for the life of me understand what the hell. So what's your opinion on it? You were at work when the news broke. You were actually on the clock. I was in the studio, and my reaction was probably like everybody else is. Like, oh yeah, no shit.
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised, but I think it's ridiculous. I think if he weren't famous, he would still be sitting.
I mean, look, the thing is, yeah, if he wasn't famous, like if it was me or you, we'd still be sitting.
Right.
There's no doubt about it.
It's just because his name is O.J. Simpson that he got out, and I think it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
So, you know, the funny part, O.J.'s son was out shopping when his dad got paroled today. And it turns out that Justin Simpson didn't seem too transfixed about his father's parole and the news to the rest of America. And he had little reaction to the fact that he's getting out of prison. Turns out that O.J.'s 28-year-old son was leaving Walmart in St. Petersburg, Florida, when a photographer asked him about his dad's parole board decision, and which happened about 90 minutes before this whole thing was shot. And he smiled for a moment and mostly hid his emotions as he got into his brand new Tesla.
Yeah.
Justin and his sister Sydney are reportedly realtors now, and it's unclear what their relationship is with OJ now. Interestingly, though, that Simpson said during the hearing he'd most likely be moving to Florida once he gets out of prison. You'll recall that Sydney and Justin were asleep in their mother Nicole's condo when she and Ron Goldman were murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's up with these tickets? Because we seem to be getting a lot of tickets dropped off at the studio. We got two pairs of tickets
like,
here.
They multiplied since the last time I was here. Like, they had babies, but not the same kind.
What is... Man, I'm excited to hear about the whole titty milk and the,
I know,
and
right?
the food.
I'm gonna keep dropping mom things until I finally give in and tell you guys about it.
All right, so tell us about these tickets here real quick.
All right, so those tickets, well,
I'll tell you about those. You tell me about. I'll tell you about these.
yeah,
Deal?
that sounds like a good deal because those were here when I got here. I don't know nothing about those.
Right.
I know about these though. These are 2 tickets to the Turn It to 10 Fest on August 4th. And to enter, you have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel and then go on there and leave a comment about either your best Saving Abel memory and what show you were at when you obtained that memory. Made that memory. That sounds a little better.
Awesome.
And if you haven't seen them before, then we want to know what song you heard that made you a Saving Abel fan and why. The cutoff is going to be July 25th, and the winner will be picked live on the air on July 27th. That way you have a little bit of time to make sure you can get off work or whatever.
What's your favorite song from Saving Abel?
See. That's really hard for me.
Really?
Because I'm a huge Saving Abel fan.
Yeah.
And so, oh man, let me think about it for a minute. And if I have to pick one, I'll pick one.
All right.
But I got to think about it for a good minute.
Right on. So I want to know, man, out there in the chat room and YouTube, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my man Josh Dillard for hanging out with me on Tuesday, filling in for you, man.
Yes, thank you, Josh.
It was
appreciated.
It was pretty awesome, man. And I want everybody to have an opportunity to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you guys are going to have an opportunity also. Now, if you guys are on Facebook, I guess the best way to do it on Facebook is find the Admiralty on Facebook, like their page, run over to facebook.com/AntmanVS and like my page, and then subscribe to YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, and that's all you gotta do, and you win these 2 tickets. And these 2 tickets go to the August 26th show at the Alderosa Villa. Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys are all gonna be under one roof.
Nice.
So this is gonna be like a sick show. I mean, this is
absolutely
this is easily a.
I mean, those tickets are so professional too. Like,
oh yeah.
Nice.
Yep, real talk. So that's basically pretty simple. I think it's simpler than our ticket giveaway. I'm kind of like, wow, all right, D. I should have just dumbed my shit down a little bit.
Yeah, but
I'm just kidding.
They have multiple pairs, right?
They do.
So,
oh yeah,
we have one set to give away.
True.
So it's
Way to
a
go,
it's a
Siobhan.
little different.
Way to go, Siobhan. I love you.
You're welcome. Platonically, of course. Your
Yes,
wife
of
would
course,
beat me.
right.
She scares me a little bit.
She carries weapons
She does, but it's kind of sexy.
of mass little destruction. So
Wait, is it somehow wrong for me? Does that cross some kind of like employer-employee line for me to say your wife is sexy?
no, it just makes me want to break out the camera. No, we can't talk about all that. But we are.
That is crossing the line.
We are going to talk about, however, Lincoln Park. We're going to be talking about our man Chester. We're going to be talking about him a little bit. We're going to talk about girl says her mom asked for forgiveness before stabbing her. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about passengers say that the JetBlue removed them from flight 1-year-old kicked out of the seat. So we're going to talk about that coming up here in a little bit. And we have something right here from Jasmine Kane. And this is called Break Even. And I love this song. I missed Jasmine Kane's performance on Sunday. We were actually at the hospital. I was holding my daughter, but I was watching Facebook Live while I was holding my kid, or attempting to, so until I got yelled at.
I was going to say, I'm sure your wife yelled at you.
I did. Yeah, she did. She told me I was on my phone. I'm like, all right, I got to put my phone down now. But I think the baby will totally enjoy some Jasmine Kane. I really do. So here you go, some brand new Break Even right here. Hope you guys love it.
There's no sense in waiting.
love that. I love Jasmine Kane.
She is an amazing, amazing artist. Her voice is just spectacular. I love her voice.
Like, I met you way back when, and you had a chance to come and meet her. She was doing a surprise interview with me way back in the day.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a long time
What
ago.
was your first impression of her when you met her?
She's absolutely beautiful. Like, that was the first thing I thought. But, you know, no, she's a gorgeous woman, and she's super intelligent and
Right.
amazing, amazing talent. Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing about it is that she manages everything. She handles
Right.
everything. Like, she not only, and then still manages to walk out on a stage, you know.
Yeah.
So, award-winning.
Multi-talented for sure.
Yeah, award-winning, multi-talented artist. So make sure you check her out. Jasmine Kane's pretty awesome. But, so, oh, man. So we're talking about Linkin Park a little bit, and I'm sure you guys know by now.
Yeah, it's a really sad day in the music community.
He's such a huge inspiration. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, for me as a fan, it's really hard because of the way that he passed away. So I personally am not going to talk about that because I choose not to. What I am going to talk about is the things about him that were wonderful and great and that we all loved and that he was loved for. So he was 41, for those who don't know how old he was. He was 41 when he passed. And his death actually marks what would have been Chris Cornell's 53rd birthday. Which is
creepy in
kind of
itself,
creepy
right?
in itself.
I mean,
I
seriously.
will talk about that for a second. Yeah, that is a little creepy. But and of course we all know he also passed away earlier this year in a similar type of
Day
fashion.
before Rock on the Range, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes. I believe it was the day before, yeah.
Yeah.
And so Bennington had a beautiful wife, Talinda Ann Bentley, and 6 kids who he leaves behind.
41
So-
years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I wish his now widow and his children best wishes in this time that I'm sure is incredibly hard for all of them.
yeah, a lot of people talk about his struggle with drugs and alcohol. And you know, that came about sexual
Right.
and sexual abuse from when he was younger. You know, they have been playing In the End over and over and over and over again. And you know, you think back to some of the songs and think about all that stuff, and you're just kind of like, whoa, you know. And I was on social media earlier today, and I had seen I had seen conversation. You know, I had seen how one person's just mere wanting to understand, you know, made a post, but how, and I'll use his words, how nuclear it turned really quick.
Right.
You know, and I mean, from my standpoint of being a suicide survivor myself 3 times, you know, some of the comments that I've seen, some of the things that I've seen, and it, you know, it goes to show sometimes, you know, you don't really know, you're just fucking curious. I
Right.
mean, you have a right to be curious.
Absolutely.
You know, but I mean, some people were like in long-winded defense, and you could feel like, I mean, when you talk about social media,
It's a hot topic in a lot of ways, for most of the time not the great reasons,
right.
unfortunately. So
So, but you know, if anybody, you know, I guess the biggest thing is, you know, if you get into music for passionate, deep reasons that have to do with that, I've heard a lot of people that fall on music. I fell on music like a fucking like
Music's-
like a steel sword. You know what I mean? Like
Music saves a
wham!
lot of people.
Yeah, and so I mean, I think what I try to do. I try to set out and try to. If a song is 3 minutes and 30 seconds long, then for that 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can do to get you up off of that for a minute. And I just like a number of other people like love the opportunity to be able to change somebody else's negative thought process, because at the end of the day, like it's a fucking dark place, dude.
That's true. I myself am a survivor. I had some really rough times in my younger years, and there were some moments where I felt that it would be better if I wasn't here, and I'm really glad that I wasn't capable of following through with or succeeding at, because now I am in a place I never thought I would be.
Right.
I am many things that I said that I know that I swore I would never be, including married and a mother. So
Your hubby is pretty awesome. Like, I had a chance to meet him.
He's all right.
He's an asshole though.
He's all right.
He's an asshole though.
I love to hate him.
He isn't, right. I'm sure he'd say the same thing about you.
I'm sure he would.
So tonight we want to give a special thank you to Photo Nation AP. We want to give a shout out to Raw Designs. He's handling our new banner with Columbus Botanical Depot. So we're getting a banner.
It's gonna be sexy.
I'm kind of excited.
I'm excited
more than
too.
excited. Like I'm like a redheaded stepchild on Sundays. Excited.
Wait, is that a good kind of excited?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bring it.
We'll figure it out. But so we're gonna get into this awesome new song right here. It's called Down in Austin. It's a little different, and you know how I love to give different.
Right.
So what's going on YouTube, real quick?
Actually, V says a lot of mainstream artists are under so much pressure from the industry that maybe they look at death as a way out. Positivity will always prevail.
Word.
Agreed.
Absolutely, man.
Yes.
Here we go. Some Down in Austin. Let's get it. Yeehaw.
Frost on cars, outside shady bars, breathing in cold air under lonely stars, and I'm fading, fading once again. And the words from your mouth remind me every single day that I should be south, down in Austin, in a rock and roll band. I'll be gone before the snow melts. I'll be gone before you open your eyes. Remember call until 3. You say it's been too long, and I disagree, 'cause now I'm different and you're older too. And the words from your lips remind me every single day I'm just working for tips in Cleveland. And I'm sick of it.
like that. Yeah.
I need like a little drink with a umbrella and a beach. It's like a Corona commercial. I love it.
Yeah, it kind of does have that vibe to it. You're
All you need is
absolutely
a
right.
Like at the beginning of it, you're ready
Totally.
to go. So we're hanging out here, Antman Verses, all the way till 10 o'clock. And, you know, I apologize, guys. Like, my allergies are getting to me. Like, it's that time of year here in Ohio. So I sound like the Aflac duck. So
It's not that bad.
it's not as bad as it was earlier. Like, I've been drinking like water and anything and everything I possibly can drink all day.
That's good.
And I finished up the lemonade I had there. That stuff's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, is that the Herberts?
Yeah.
That stuff is amazing.
And I don't want to
Aw.
get sued, so I got the label.
Yeah, I
facing
hear
the
you.
other way.
But I can name drop them, right? Like
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
consumer.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
then
as
we're
a
good.
consumer,
Yes.
right.
Okay. Cool.
So speaking of consumers, what is your take first and foremost about the whole flight situation? Like,
I just don't fly anymore.
You just don't fly anymore.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
Or as some would say, cray cray.
Yeah, but it's more expensive to rent a car now. They purposely set it up that
Well,
way.
they have. No, I honestly I don't get to travel anymore. But if I did get to, I don't know if I would fly. Honestly, like it really is crazy anymore.
Yeah. So the same could be said for the passengers who say that JetBlue removed them from flight after a 1-year-old got kicked from their seat. So JetBlue is disputing family members' characterization of an episode that promoted their removal from a June 21st flight and said it is considering barring the family from flying with the airline ever again. Through a press release from their attorney, it turns out that they were returning home from New York from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with their 3 children when their 1-year-old Eden began kicking the seat in front of them at the plane as the plane was about to depart. And the statement said that the female passenger in the seat exchanged a few words before the woman moved to an empty seat next to her, according to the family. Apologized to the passengers, but a flight attendant nevertheless asked the pilot to return to the gate, and the family was removed from the flight immediately. But in a statement to ABC News, JetBlue said the encounter was more serious and, quote, included physical threats and profanities against a nearby customer. JetBlue said a few crew members asked the family to step off the plane to discuss what happened. After they refused repeated requests, the crew deplaned all passengers, and law enforcement officers escorted the family from the gate area, according to the airline. And the video posted to YouTube that shows the flight attendant asking the parents several times to step off the plane to discuss the matter. Both parents refused, quote, "I'm not getting off this plane," is heard say throughout the video. And another video, which has coincidentally been removed. All these videos have been removed.
Well, of course they have.
Yeah. Another video posted to YouTube shows the two arguing with JetBlue staffers and law enforcement in the gate area about their removal. And in the video, they demand to know if a woman on the plane is also being removed. It is unclear to whom they are referencing, though. But
Interesting.
and both ladies said the flight later departed from New York with their luggage, including their clothes and baby supplies, leaving them stranded without many of their belongings overnight. When they returned to the airport the next day, JetBlue representatives said the family was, quote, banned from all future flights and could not provide an explanation on why all that had taken place. According to the family's press release, it took both the ladies a week to get their luggage, and the press release also said that the two claimed that JetBlue never informed them why they were kicked off the flight or banned from future flights with the airline. Lawyer from the family disputes JetBlue's accusation that a member of the family used profanity and threats of violence. So this is gonna go down in court, like obviously back and forth. He said, she
Totally.
said. But you know what's funny about it is I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna end up subpoenaing passengers from the plane, and it's gonna get to that.
It's very possible because the airline's not going to want to just pay out
No.
for this one.
Mm-mm.
This one's too big of a deal.
No. Yeah.
And, like, come on, lady. Like, have some common sense. Don't let your kid kick the back of the seat. That's totally an asshole move.
It's kind of,
Don't have a baby's kid.
Care to elaborate?
I mean, we all know what baby's kid is. That kid that runs around and the parent just stands there like, la la la.
Yeah.
My kid's so great. Oh, honey, stop throwing a tantrum. Oh, here you go. Here's a candy bar. Stop throwing a tantrum. Yeah, that kind.
Oh. That's
I'm not nice about that.
No, you're not. But,
No, I'm not.
It's totally
but I
true.
can't stand it. Like, I was a cashier at a local food store. We'll just say it that way because I don't really want to give them any kind of props.
Whole Foods. No kidding.
I wish.
Right.
So much better there. But I used to be a cashier, and let me tell you, the amount of parents that their kid goes, "Mommy, I want a Twix bar," and starts throwing a tantrum, and they just pull it out of their hand and have us scan it and then give it back to them to shut them up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
My mom would have beat my you-know-what when I was a kid for that.
Hey, I saw a picture of you with Brad Williams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my mommy loves me.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, no. My mom took me and my husband for our 1-year anniversary coming up in August to the show because my husband is kind of a Brad Williams geek, so
Kind of. I heard you said he peed.
yeah, he did say that he peed a little, and I actually kind of believe him that, like, when he got to shake his hand, he probably peed a little.
Oh yeah. He,
out of pure excitement, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the excitement on his face with the CD, like, so, but, Brad Williams is following the podcast now.
Oh, is he?
And yeah, so he liked us on Twitter because of that whole shenanigans. So
Nice.
so thanks to you and the hubby for going, and thanks
You're welcome. You're welcome.
thanks your mom too.
Yeah.
For taking you to that.
Yeah, she's probably not in the chat today. She's not feeling well. She's not feeling good.
Who all's hanging out with us tonight?
So it looks like we've got Josh Dillard, my bad. Sorry, two Joshes.
The
messing me up.
Admiralty.
Yes, the Admiralty. We have V of Organic Bandits. We have Dave Mosley. And so far, that's all we have as far as people commenting.
All right.
They're kind of quiet tonight.
I want to give a shout out to Rocky X TV. So, August 10th, Rocky X TV is going to be live in studio. We created an event today. So, Rocky is coming to hang out with us in studio, Siobhan.
That's awesome.
And he's bringing Mrs. Rocky X. She's going to sit on our guest couch as part of the live
Yay.
studio audience. So,
I haven't seen her in forever.
Yep, so
I
that'll
miss
be
that
fun.
woman.
Yep. So, we'll be
She
able to...
scares me a little too, but I love her.
Rocky X said, I bet you can't get her on camera, and I don't want to get shot live on video.
I was gonna say, yeah, you don't want to test that. Like,
don't
I
wanna
know
test
how
that.
she is,
Yeah.
and she'll be just fine over there, out of view, and she'll be happy with that,
Right.
and nobody will get shot or synced.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, there's no repeat of Saliva's Click Click Boom in my
right,
basement.
right.
None whatsoever. So,
V says, "What's the number? I'll call in."
I bet you will.
He wants to wait until the end of the show though, so he can chime in on douchebag criminals.
Yeah.
We both know this.
I bet he does. 614-916-6372. Go ahead, give us a call. We will be open until 10. So, but I'm only accepting calls during segments.
Right.
So you call and cut off music, and we're gonna have a fight. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So we got a lot to talk about, man. I want to talk about having you guys first and foremost, man. Like the Admiralty Facebook page, find them Admiralty. Make sure the Admiralty is typed in, okay?
Right.
Because you're gonna find some events from them because they're popular mofo's, all right. And not to mention they're kind of handsome too, so they do their thing. But shout out to Josh, man, for filling in for you on Tuesday.
Yes, thank you so much,
Pretty
sir.
crazy, like last minute. He was like, this is kind of last minute. I was like, yeah. He's like, you think we got it? I was like, yeah. He goes, all right, hit it. So we just jumped into it. Boom. So.
Well, I feel like I was here in spirit though, because you at least ran the horoscopes for me, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got them to you. So.
Oh yeah.
I made sure I did that at the very least.
Yep. And we also, funny story, we were also able to, well, I don't know. We were able to talk about the new DJ a little bit.
Oh.
And we came up with a name, I think, for the Sunday morning show, finally.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Finally?
Yep. So the new DJ, like his opinion's creative, and he comes from a different side of things.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna like go with the wind and just see what happens, see what he's got. So we're leaning towards the Sunday morning meltdown.
That would work.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm Italian and Irish, and Black Sunday. And the more I think about it, I don't want to go to hell.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right. So, if you don't want to go to hell, what you need to do is you need to go over and like the Admiralty, like Antman Verses. And I thought my phone was ringing there for a minute. Like, I really did. I trailed off because I was like, wait, is my phone ringing? Like, I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to be rude. So, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, The Lost Boys, and Grindhouse is headlining that crazy mofo.
It's gonna be one hell of
Dude,
a show.
under one roof. Are you kidding me?
We're going to that, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to that? Okay,
I'm
cool.
going to beg the Admiralty to put me on their list because I'm like a sick little puppy. Like, I love all these bands that are on this bill, man.
I'm sure that, I'm sure between the bands that are on there, we can just work out some kind of an arrangement for a review or something,
Oh, yeah. Like, I at one point before I die, I have to have every one of these bands on this list. Just on this, like, in here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's my goal for that. So what about this other ticket giveaway we got, Siobhan? What's up with that?
So this is for 2 tickets to the Turn It to 10 Fest on August 4th. We will be drawing the winner on the 27th of July. The cutoff is the 25th of July. And we want to know what your best Saving Abel memory is and what show you were at when you created that memory. And if you don't have one because you've never been to a show, we want to know what is your favorite song and why. And you have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel to participate.
That sounds fair. And the comment has to be on the YouTube channel,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
no weak-ass comment.
No, yeah, like we will read them and make sure that they're legit. So.
Too legit to quit. Hey, you see MC Hammer's back in commercials.
Oh, really?
For the strips.
That's funny, because guess what else is back?
What?
The thong song.
Oh.
Well, sort of back. So it's basically a revamped version of the thong song with a video and all. You can go to YouTube and see the video.
So then what we'll do is we'll make sure we have a piece of that, I guess, for next Tuesday's show.
We can do that for sure.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, there's some things that have changed in it, but it's still gonna stick in your head. Like I still hear it in my head from earlier when I watched the video.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't got the part of it yet, then you need to get the best part of it. And I think the best part about what we're trying to do here is reach local people and local bands. And so I wanted to let everybody know that for the month of August, we still have some open spots. So we'd like to get some bands in here, some people in here. So we're going to get the Organic Bandits back in here, like the full band, like everybody in here. I don't know how we're going to get...
We're going to have to get some more chairs then,
we're going to have to, yeah, we're going to get some more chairs. We're going to...
Do we have enough mics?
We might.
Might have to get some more mics, too.
They're pretty close. They can snuggle up.
That's true. They can...
So
together.
The funny thing is like, so we have Mary Kaufman coming in from Columbus Events Group on the 8th.
It's been a long time since I've seen Mary. It'll be nice to see her again.
So she's coming in to pick she's going to give an opportunity for everybody to pick her brain and talk to her and see, she'll be talking about the music scene and how long she's been doing what she's been doing, which is a very long time.
Right.
So I'm really inspired, and I expect to find a really good quality show out of hanging out with Mary. And I think she's going to influence a lot of people as well. I know there's a lot of people in the music scene that look to Mary for support and for other things. So I think it'll be really cool to see all that come together.
Yeah.
And then on the 10th, we have Rocky X TV coming in to hang out.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is gonna
Do we
be
get
fun.
presents when he comes?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
Do we get goodies? That would be awesome.
So
Please.
he made me do a video. He made me put a video together and send over to him so that he can put a promo together. He's gonna try to get some of his subscribers to subscribe over here
Hell
and
yeah.
to watch, so we can do some stuff. And I'm gonna try to figure out a way to cross promo his videos and stuff, because this dude is a do-it-yourself machine.
He is. He is.
Like, I've never seen anybody that can figure out some of the things and put together some of the things that he puts together. So the only way to find out is go over to Rocky X TV, check it out for yourself, man. Make sure you guys subscribe today. But what else you got tonight, Siobhan?
So we have the junkie mom that, well, isn't a junkie anymore, but wants others to know what a junkie looks like. And we have breast milk brownies.
What about horoscopes? You gonna do somebody's horoscope?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If anyone in the chat would like to know what their horoscope is, please let me know what your sign is, and when we come back from the break, we'll get into the horoscopes before anything else.
We still gotta talk about the girl who asked her mom for forgiveness before she stabbed her to death brutally. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, just to liven up your night.
I don't forgive you.
I do it because I love you. Oh man. So how many of you are excited about the McGregor Mayweather fight coming up in August?
Oh, I'm like mixed emotions.
I think at this point it's just kind of blown out of proportion as far as like.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just ready for everybody to shut the hell up and get to fighting.
I just want to see the fight already.
If the trash, like, man, if the fighting is good as the trash talk is,
Oh, it's gonna be one hell of a fight.
then it's gonna be great.
But typically speaking, that's not what happens.
I'm like,
I mean, think about the Rousey fight.
I
I
was
love Ronda Rousey. Don't get me wrong, but there was so much shit talk before that fight, and then done.
yeah, Josh wants to be part of Douchebag Criminals, so he's holding out until then.
Nice.
That's funny. So we'll make sure we do Douchebag Criminals towards the end of the hour for you
Absolutely.
as well. So, oh man, I have to give a huge shout out to Photo Nation AP. We have a photo shoot coming up here soon. I'm hoping to lock it down for next Thursday.
Okay.
The new DJ is thinking about popping in. He's not gonna be on air or nothing, and nobody's gonna get a chance to see him. He's just coming in for the photo shoot, and then he's bouncing out.
Sweet.
Because he said he's got to work the next day, and he said, I'm not going to be that sexy for everybody.
Fair enough.
His words, not mine. So, I don't know. His, like, I have to give a huge shout out to him, though, because, like, he loves his family just like I love my family, so I think it's going to be a perfect fit. So I don't have to worry about my wife getting mad, like the bromance thing, you know. And
Every guy needs a bromance.
right. Well, I got Dave Sheets from Photo Nation too. So
Yeah.
I got both.
Yeah, but it's just like any female that actually has female friends. Like, I have my wife, and I have my alternate wife. That way, when I'm pissed at my normal wife, I have my alternate wife. So it's the same thing for dudes. You have your bromance, and then you have your alternate bromance.
Oh man.
So when one pisses you off, you still have the other. And they're both a replacement for when your actual spouse pisses you off.
Well said. Well, I guess in memory of that, then we'll play this right here. This is Sinner from Grindhouse. Brand new stuff right here. Hope you guys love it. Let's get it.
Everything is speaking to me now. So maybe you should shout it out. That everything won't always touch the ground. And I'm not gonna tell you why. Everything you see is just a lie. Yeah, I'm talking about you and I. It's just another thing called lust. Reaching out to touch what isn't there. Maybe we should call it a dare. 'Cause even who you are is never there. And we could take this all night long. Exercise those demons in your head. I don't care if you understand. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you why. So we can see what's really on the inside. Yeah, I'm talking about you and I.
How about that? Some Shift right there. The Shift with their new album, Seventh Direction. Song's called Cobra.
Nice.
Very
I like the name of it.
eclectic.
Yes.
And they spell it with a K. K-O-B-R-A.
Even better.
Right? So, so what's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. Oh, so we had some answers first and foremost. So Josh Dillard says, sometimes the dreams you have shake you so bad, finding an explanation is necessary. And V says, not in dreams, but I have visited a dear friend of mine, R.I.P. Jeremiah Morgan, and asked for signs to questions I have for him. The sun is an answer he gives me all the time. Love you, brother.
Nice. Right on. So I'm going to give a shout out to Photo Nation AP, Dave Sheets. I'm going to give a shout out to Raw Designs. I'm going to give a shout out to Columbus Botanical Depot. And Joe hit me up actually today and asked me what I'm doing on Sunday.
Oh.
And so I might be working with Joe at a festival on Sunday.
That would be exciting.
That would be fun and different. I'm going to take the camera. That would be fun just to film some footage. Follow Joe. Ask him some questions as we go along.
Right.
Whatever. You know, pick his brain. So,
be nifty.
Yeah. So I think it'll be a fun experience. I don't know how to edit, so it's going to be fun to learn how to edit. I got this awesome new editing software I'm going to try, but
Yeah, that's all you.
yeah.
I mean, I'll stand there and watch and see if I can figure it out.
I need to get a reader for I have these awesome cards. I don't have a reader.
You mean your big beast of a machine of a computer doesn't have a way to read those?
I don't think so. Those
Hmm.
particularly.
Well, then I guess I will see about that for you, since that's an
Yeah.
intern duty, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that for me.
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Yep. So the poll question, I asked the poll question this evening. So, what are you bored of? You know, what are you tired of? What really just totally pisses you off, like bores you to death, like there's like fall asleep bored, like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
I answered mine in the Facebook Live that you asked it in. So what's
Yeah.
yours?
Mine, well, I admit that
V says skinny jeans.
yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed. I'm tired of seeing.
I don't need to see your nuts shoved in there so tight that
No,
they're bulging.
I'm
Thanks very much.
No, you know what? The reason is for skinny jeans so that they can make sure the socks fit in place.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, it does. Think about it.
Yeah, because if you're wearing something baggy like that, you gotta
Yeah.
like jock strap it or something.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
that makes
It's a
sense.
perfect excuse for all the dudes who got little dick syndrome to put,
makes
yeah.
sense,
righty tighty pants to hold in the socks.
right?
And then they don't have to put sock inside of a sock to get a bulge.
That makes sense.
You know? Yeah.
Just use one set of tube socks. You're good to go.
Yeah.
V says, "How do you get your foot through the ankle part?" I have no idea. I can't even wear them.
No, I'm bored of the same thing over and over again. The monotonous boredom. I don't know if it is even a word, but monotonicity of everything, like the way everything is. Just it gets boring. Going through the motions. You get to a point where you're just going through the motions, and there's really no feeling or rhyme or reason to it. You're just doing it, and then one day you're like, what the fuck was I doing that for?
Right.
Like, why did I waste that much fucking time? So, I've had a couple of those here lately.
Gotcha.
So I just it's just one of those where I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, it makes you really coherent and open and wide-eyed to what's really going on. And you learn a lot about yourself and a lot about what is and could and will happen. And adulting sucks. That's one thing you will learn,
Fuck yeah, it does.
What you got in that thermos there?
Just water.
Just water?
Yeah. No, I'm still breastfeeding, so
Oh, right on.
I have to stay hydrated because of that. Because if I don't, I don't know if it's a little known fact or not, but little known fact to me until I became a mom, you got to drink a lot of water when you're breastfeeding, or your production will go down.
This is true.
So, take heed, any new mothers coming about.
So check this out. In Atlanta, it turns out that Martin Ramiro and his children are undated family photo. I got this family photo here. I found it last minute, but check out the mom there. So basically, everyone was asleep when Isabel Martinez began stabbing her children and then fatally stabbing her husband. As he tried to seek help, her daughter told a child welfare caseworker. Turns out that Diana Ramiro, 9 years old, said her mother told her she loved her and asked for forgiveness before cutting her. Martinez told the girl she was going to the sky to see Jesus, and the girl cried and told her mother she didn't want to go see Jesus. I tried not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A report from the Georgia Division of Family and Children's Services, first reported by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, includes a caseworker's notes from July 10th interview with Diana Ramiro, as well as notes from a jailhouse interview earlier that day with Martinez, who faces charges including murder and aggravated assault in the June 6th deaths of her husband and 4 of her children.
Wow.
Martinez behaved bizarrely during her first court appearance on July 7th, waving, smiling, and posing for new cameras, and telling the judge she didn't need an attorney. The court appointed attorney Robert Greenwald to represent her. He initially filed a motion for a psychiatric evaluation, but later withdrew that request. Diana told the caseworker about a recent overnight trip to Savannah, where she said she had fun playing in the water. her mother behaved normally on the trip, and when they returned home, her parents didn't get upset with each other and her parents did not get upset with each other during the trip. But, pretty happy family, and then mom just kind of snapped.
Man.
Yeah. No case of previous psychiatric history, nothing like that. Just something in the water.
Went loco, huh?
Yeah, went swimming and went on a family trip to Savannah. Had an awesome canoeing trip. Spent time with family. Like cooked breakfast, all kinds of stuff. Everything was fine.
Wow.
And then she come home and she killed him.
Wow.
Everybody but the 9-year-old got away.
Wow.
Yeah, and she
I
got
don't
away
even have
because she
words.
played dead.
Really don't have words.
Yeah, something totally different.
Well, with that, how about horoscopes? Yeah.
So I just got this in. So Chester Bennington, his bandmate Joe Hahn, arrived at the residence to pay respect. Fans leave flowers at Chester's home. And so it turns out he just showed up at Chester Bennington's home, and the fans are beginning to flock there too. Estimated 10 to 20,000 fans are walking towards Chester's home as we speak right now.
Wow.
So
That's a lot of people.
yeah, and it's a shock to the bandmates. That's coming from Joe, because the group had a photo shoot planned just hours after he was found dead in his home from hanging himself.
So, maybe it wasn't.
Coincidentally, Linkin Park released a music video the morning of Chester's suicide. So that's just a tasty not even tasty, kind of a sour pill to really swallow, I guess, really, to be quite honest with you.
Man.
So we got Douchebag Criminals coming up in a little while. We're going to open up the phone lines here. And
what's up, Rocky? Finally made it to the chat room.
Rocky XTV!
He says, I'm catching the ass end. What's up, everyone?
Catching the ass end. It's all right. It's pretty
That's
big.
okay.
It's pretty big ass, though, Siobhan. Like,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
No, but I want to give a shout out to Rocky XTV, man. So he is going to be in here August 10th. It's going to be so much fun. And Mrs. Rocky X is coming to hang out on our guest couch. She's not gonna be on camera though, so
That's all right.
yeah,
Just to have her here is a very happy moment.
that's cool. We can have a guys moment while you're hanging out in the studio couch. It'd be fun.
We'll make her feel loved even if she's not on camera.
I don't know. I was thinking about hiding, like setting up that fourth camera, but then again, I'm just
She
like,
might shank you.
She might shank me.
She would shank you
Live
if
on
she found
camera.
out. Yes.
Yeah, live
Yeah.
on camera.
It's
Like
not a good idea to piss
the
her
ratings would be sick.
off. So yeah.
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 So speaking of ratings, Siobhan, we're almost 9,000 minutes watched on YouTube.
That's pretty impressive. It's
Yeah.
a lot of minutes.
9,000 minutes.
I don't know how many days that is. 'Cause
I don't
I'm
even
horrible
know.
at math.
I don't even know, but that, I have, and we're just over 150 subscribers.
Nice.
So it's pretty awesome. I think it's interesting that somebody can watch us that long.
And sorry, Rocky says, "Can we dim the lights?" Yes, they are dimmable.
Yeah. Or you can wear shades, Rocky.
One of the two.
Your future's so bright, you're gonna need shades anyway. So.
And V helped us out with the math. It's 150 hours.
Way to go, V.
6 days and 6 hours.
It wasn't even. Damn, dude. Whoopsh. Like.
He's quick with it.
Right.
He's probably sitting there with a calculator.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Way to go, V. Thanks, man. I appreciate that shit. So,
Rocky says, for the bro moment, man.
yeah. Hashtag bro moment. Brought to you by Rocky XTV and Antman Verses. For only $39.95, you can have one yourself. So I sent Rocky a promo video today. I just kind of sent him some kind of a FLV file from some of the studio setup here. And I tried dropping it into Premiere and changing that shit over, and it wasn't playing nice with me. And I was like, fuck it. So I compressed the file and sent that shit to him. Was like, I crossed my fingers, like, I pray it fucking works. Oh my god. So we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it worked. I mean, it worked when I pulled up on VLC player, but you know, it's these new lights are so bright and the HD cameras, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I'm Jerry Revish. I got a pimple on my cheek, and I'm like afraid that like it's gonna pop through the camera and people are gonna be like, look at that huge thing. Like,
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry as much as I do.
no, I haven't put the camera on you yet. Oh, okay, I have now. Put the camera on you now.
I mean, you have put it on me before, though.
Oh yeah.
So it, you know.
So we have a lot to still talk about this evening.
It's true. We have horoscopes still. We should
Yeah.
do those before we go to the break. Get those taken care of out of the way.
Tell me how I'm gonna do my show, huh?
Bring it.
Well, they're quick and easy, so.
All right, cool, Siobhan. Go ahead.
All right, so for today's birthday, Cancer can at times be a touchy sign, and you will need to make a conscious effort to control your emotions over the coming months. Don't be too hard-hearted, though. There are plenty of people who desire and deserve the warmth of your love. So if it's your birthday today, that's your horoscope. And then V is a Pisces, he said in the chat. So for you, V, maybe you overdid it a bit while both the Sun and Mars were moving through the most dynamic area of your chart, but now you need a rest. Be warned, if you don't slow down now, unexpected and unwelcome events will slow you down later on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
So, you know. Oh, and Rocky says it's 15 minutes long.
It's 15 minutes long. It is not. Such a son of a bitch.
So, so for me, I'm a Gemini, and for all my fellow Geminis, life has been far too serious of late, and all you want now is to have some fun. Mars moving into the most outgoing area of your chart today will make that possible, and come the end of the week, you will be having the time of your life. I hope so.
Right.
So, let's see here. You would be a Virgo. So, here's yours.
Fuck that.
Cosmic activity in the most sensitive area of your chart over the next few days will bring about a more thoughtful mood, which in turns mean you won't actually do very much physically or career-wise. That's okay. Take all the time you need.
Yay. So, wow. Really, seriously, though.
Fuck that.
Like, wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, I'm sure your wife would tell you it's not an excuse to be lazy on the couch all weekend.
Shenanigans. No, I sent her a picture of a triple-decker peanut butter sandwich today.
Oh my gosh.
I can only imagine what her expressions to that was when she got it.
I'm sure.
Like,
Well, isn't she like deadly allergic to
yeah,
peanuts?
I was like, look, triple-decker death.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure she was thrilled.
Man.
I'm sure she was the one saying fuck that.
Yeah, probably. Hey, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Jay-Z, but I am a fan of Jay-Z in a way because, I don't know, like, brush your shoulders off, you know, like, I mean, you know, and a bunch of other songs that I can just go on and on.
Rocky says it is 15 minutes long. It has 12 minutes of silence at the end. He was waiting for you to yell into the mic or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dude, I recorded it here, and it said hold on a minute. He's going to make me go and look. I'm going to be like, he did not.
Look after the show.
Yeah, so.
I totally gave you an ADD moment. That was my fault.
It might actually be. So, man, that sucks. Well, I apologize that my whole time thing is my timestamp is effed up.
Ah.
So, that's probably what it is. I'm probably messed it up on my end. My bad. Hey,
Oops.
At least I got it at all.
Right?
Like, I got it from his box to my box.
That's something.
And that's, you know, hey.
That could so be taken the wrong way.
All right. Only because of you. No, but so Jay-Z's new album 444 is #1 right now. And so, if you didn't know, OK Computer from Radiohead is #1 as well, right now.
Really?
Yep. So I just thought I'd let you know that tidbit, a little information right there. So I figured you were a Radiohead fan, just from back in the day.
Yeah, it's music I grew up with.
You know, I remember their first music video.
I don't know if I remember necessarily the first, but I do remember seeing music videos on back in the day on MTV.
When MTV was MTV.
When MTV was MTV, yes.
Man.
And what was the other one? Fuse, I believe. Yeah.
Fuse still has a lot.
Do they still?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really watch TV. I don't really watch cable. My husband forced me to get cable because he wanted cable, but
what he does in his job is kind of important, so he uses it to stay up to date. But
that's true. But
and he does watch a lot of educational shit. You have to give him that. He doesn't watch reality, from what I understand.
Okay, see, you're fighting with his bromance in mind, and I know you guys have a bromance, but come on now.
Yeah, we're pretty tight. All right, well, I got something special because you were talking about how you wanted something different, and I'm only doing this because a sponsor said I didn't have the guts to play something different outside of the box.
Oh.
So they don't know me very well. So this is what I'm going to play for you. It's called Fires Die, and this is some new stuff. And remember, sponsor, you asked for it, so you're going to get it. Here we go. Hey, speaking of that, you like our new instrumental music?
I do actually.
I feel like a in Nintendo game.
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace.
All right, here we go. So Fires Die, brand new stuff right here. What do you think of that right there? Fires die.
That's definitely different.
Yeah, right? I'm going to break out some glow sticks
Right.
and some E.
I feel like I should be like at a rave with some glow sticks
Right.
and you know, passing out drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Passing out drugs.
Well, I never did the drugs. So, you know.
Smart, though.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do your own stash anyway.
Right, exactly.
So
That's what you buy separate for.
So I want to give a huge apology out after looking back at the video. Rocky X TV is indeed correct. So what happened, basically, like, somehow, and it's not I don't know how it turned out 15 minutes on his end. I really don't, because I only recorded it for, I don't know, maybe, you know what? I don't know. It looked like it was only recorded for like 5 minutes at most. I didn't see. So I wonder if it messed up the file when I sent over. So I want to give a huge apology to Rocky X TV. We're going to try to right that wrong. Try to get that taken care of. If he can't, hopefully he can get it cleaned up. We'll get it taken care of. But he's going to be hanging out in here August 10th. It's going to be fun.
I can't wait.
Pretty
It's
exciting.
going to be so exciting.
You know, one of the things that's exciting about having him come in is he's a huge do-it-yourselfer, you know, and if you have any questions or concerns about your vehicle, whatever, you can hit his YouTube up and ask him, and he'll do his best to be able to find the answer for you or direct you in the right way. So it'll be fun to have him under the lights here. So one thing too,
he says I fixed it.
He fixed it. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. So, but you know, I'm an audio guy. I'm not a video guy. So, you know, figure it out. I know. But thank you, Rocky X. Appreciate it. But you know, one of the things, like I said, he is also a musician himself.
He is.
So I know that he's listening. So I can't, you know, springing it on him would not be good. So I figure I'll give him the opportunity if he wants to. He might be able to perform live for us.
That would be awesome.
Song that he wants to perform, and we'll leave it up to him. I'm not gonna quiz him or ask him about it. You know, it's just gonna if he happens to bring a guitar, then
options there if he wants it.
Yep.
That's totally my bad.
What was that?
That was my phone.
Oh shit. You know, the company doesn't pay good money for that. Like, that's not covered in our plan.
Well, I keep it under my leg while we're on air so that if somebody does decide they want to bother me, then it just vibrates my leg.
Oh, that's
hey, it's better than in my tit.
True. Yeah,
that shit's gross.
That's nasty. Like, have you ever been handed money by somebody who keeps their money?
Bitches be nasty.
Siobhan, bitches be nasty.
I mean, I can say things like that. I'm a bitch.
Oh.
They don't care. Douche.
Such a douche, Siobhan.
I am. That's why I don't have female friends.
Oh, man. So I want to give everybody an opportunity right now to win these tickets. Now, we haven't decided when we're going to do the giveaway for these. I'm going to get a magic number from the Admiralty, and they will tell me what number to pick. So I figure, you know, we'll start there. So what they need to do, these are 2 tickets to the August 26th show. Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys are all under one roof. Now, the way you win these tickets is you have to go to the Admiralty Facebook page, find their page, give them a like, run over facebook.com/AntmanVS, give me a like, and you need to subscribe to this very here YouTube channel. And they'll give me a number, and the number like that they are, whatever, we'll figure it out, and we'll give them the tickets. And this is all up on the Admiralty.
So what about the people that have already done all 3 of those things?
Then they have to
How did they get in?
They have to comment on their best Admiralty experience.
Gotcha.
So that's how we'll do that. Because that's a good question that Josh didn't get asked the other night when he was here. He dropped those tickets off to me and was like, I'm entrusting you to do the right thing with these tickets. And I was like, I shall, by God.
So maybe then to make it fair, it should be do those things and best Admiralty story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That way everybody has fair game chance.
Absolutely.
There you go.
So
Everybody wins, sorta.
And we got another ticket giveaway. Siobhan, you want to tell them about it?
I sure can. So we have 2 tickets to the Turn It to 10 Fest on August 4th. And to enter, similar to the previous, you must be subscribed to our YouTube channel. And we want you to answer one of 2 questions. If you've seen Saving Abel before, we want to know what your favorite best memory of a show is and what show it was at. And if you haven't seen them, we want to know what song you heard that made you a Saving Abel fan and why. Now, the cutoff is going to be July 25th, and then we will pick a winner live on the 27th. And this is sponsored by Nightwolf Concert Promotions, my bad.
You're good. So it's going to be
my thing was covered.
It's going to be quite interesting to check out that show as well. And to know that Saving Abel and Autograph are watching the whole thing go down. Like, it's kind of scary.
I mean, you would think that
Hey,
people
I saw
would,
your
like,
post.
You know, really wanna be a part of it and hope that maybe theirs is the one that gets chosen and they win the tickets, because if they're watching, maybe they'll get to, no promises, get to meet them or something. Possibly.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I mean, you never know. Like, and the thing is that you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, it's kind of
they
like
might like your story too.
It's kind of like this show. You never know what's gonna happen.
It's true.
And August 8th, we have Mary Kaufman coming in and hang out with us.
Really?
Yes. Very, very awesome. Columbus Events Group, Mary Kaufman is gonna be coming in and hanging out. Columbus Events Group LLC.
This is just a thing here because I'm a female, but you said August 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that your anniversary?
It is, and we're doing it. It is.
And your wife's gonna be okay with that?
Well, we I mean, you know, and like.
Are you sure about this? Because I know your wife, and it's your 1-year anniversary. And did you clear that with the boss lady yet? I want to have a job in a couple of weeks. You know, like.
Well, the thing is she's coming back from some stuff going on, and she wanted to do an interview with us because of the Molly Hatchet show.
Ah.
So really, I was gonna try and actually talk to Mary for the hubby there, put a word in for the hubby to get into Molly Hatchet for an anniversary present. Yeah, so that way to try to you know, work it all out. Mm-hmm. So
you got a plan behind it
to
save your ass from taking the anniversary day.
100.
I figured as such.
Oh yeah. You can't do what I do and not have a plan B.
Right.
Like, you can't do it.
Hey, like I said, I've seen your wife. She's a little scary when she gets mad.
Well, you know, the thing is, you know, I've heard conversations from the family about Molly Hatchet and stuff like that growing up, and stories, and some of the most coolest stories I've heard so far revolve around that, some of those songs being played around when you guys were kids and growing up and such. So I thought that was something pretty unique in itself, just kind of you know, and truthfully, like, it's going to be a historic show because it's going down at the Alrosa Villa.
That's true.
So it's going to be pretty awesome. So what's your favorite food, Siobhan?
I don't really have a favorite food, honestly. Like, I really, for me, eating isn't about enjoying it so much as it is about I have to eat to survive.
Gotcha.
I know that seems like, you know, I don't know. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I enjoy to eat. I mean, I enjoy eating, but
I'm a fat. I love to eat.
Like, most of the time when I eat, it's because I have to, because I'm hungry, and I don't really get to enjoy my meals. So I really don't have a favorite food anymore. I don't know. When I was a kid, maybe when I was younger, there's this place in California. It's Azteca. I don't believe it's open anymore, but it was in the Mission, and that place was my favorite place to eat. It puts Chipotle and every other place here in Ohio to shame.
Dude, where was that place that we ate at the other day?
Oh, it was a food truck.
Yeah, it was a food truck, and that thing was slamming.
Tortilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was
Tortilla
good.
or something. It was crazy.
Something like that, but it was so good. I got a menu in my car. I grabbed one so I could keep up with it.
So, the biggest thing with being on the radio show, I think, is trying to decipher the funny things from the serious things and how wrapped up things can be. You know, because you think what's funny and what this moment isn't funny to somebody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we always try to at least, if at anything, have a gray line, you know. So what's going on with YouTube?
Not too much. V is commenting on the fact of your wife as well and being scary and said, doesn't she carry a gun too?
That's funny. She does, in fact. She does. You know, they're making a new Charlie's Angels, right?
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, they're working on that, and they haven't.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
They haven't. I know, and my thing is Drew Barrymore. It's all
right. Like that's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean, Drew Barrymore. Really, like I just
Yep. And how about this right here? Teen stepdaughter of doctor charged in 7 overdose deaths found dead.
Wow.
So, police say a teenager was killed and her body found floating in the Dallas Creek days after her stepfather was arrested on charges he wrote unnecessary prescriptions for powerful drugs that contributed to at least 7 overdose deaths in the Dallas area. Dallas police have identified the body found Sunday as a 17-year-old daughter of the doctor, and the teen died from homicidal violence. And it didn't confirm other details. So this is going to be probably considered one of the more heinous things in Dallas history. So, quite interesting. We got douchebag criminals up a little bit, don't we?
We do, and we also have the organic bandits in the house, according to what they say.
According to what they say.
We have the real organic bandits in the chat room now.
Nice. Welcome, guys. We got to get those guys in here, hopefully, in the month of August. We're going to try to get those boys in here. It's going to be quite interesting to see what's going on with them. And they got a lot of awesome shows. Man, they've been following that Crazy Cat Upchurch around.
Yeah, they have.
Some crazy shit right there, dude. Like, I was listening to, so I got this. It's not country. It's Kuntry. It's called Country on the Pandora station. And it plays everything from, like, Colt Ford to, like, the Lax, and then all kinds of craziness, man, and Upchurch. And some of his shit really, really is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, for a white boy, like, from the country.
The organic bandits say hick hop.
Hick hop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. But, I mean, it's pretty different. Pretty, I don't know what the word is for it, man. You have to really check it out, dude. Listen to the words that he's spitting, because you think about the words he's putting together. Like, you can't do that on everything, and some of those just flow together really good, man. So, we'll go to check that out here. But, I got this one right here for you. I love this song, and it's called Don't Do It, right here from Organic Bandits. I love you guys. Shout out to you.
Or save one life from ever trying heroin or committing suicide. It would all be worth it, all the sacrifices made. Time time away from family and the focus day to day. I'm missing ball games, extra struggles on my life. It's one of those things I can't explain. My music is my life. The stage is my happy place and the studio is home. Even when I'm with my kids, my mind it tends to roam. Trying to be a front man, the meanest things too. Trying to interact with the fans and still run the crew. Get the flyers printed, call promoter back. The bandits are here for you, all you gotta do is ask. Don't do it, don't do it. You wanna get through it, there's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it, there's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. This anxiety inside of me is driving me nuts. If it wasn't for my family, I would give up. I would just say, fuck it, to hell with that legal shit. Build a couple walls, make some lights, grow some kills. Shit, get back on my hustle, playing money trees. I've learned I can't trust them cause the wall telling me, so I can't do that. Gotta keep my money legal. Wife and 2 kids and they count on me to feed them. Don't know what to do. Work out slow again. I'm conflicted, I'm confused, but I'm not showing it. Here I go again with this pad and the spin. Writing all these rhymes about redemption and sin. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. Unless you choose to lose. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose.
Right there. Don't do it.
Oh yeah,
Love that shit.
it is good shit.
Right?
It is.
Dude, it's like Sublime kind of mixed with some local stuff.
Definitely.
Like
More local than Sublime.
more
though.
organic than anything.
Yes.
So what's going on, Siobhan? How's it going?
Not too much. You know, it's going. It's going.
Tell me about those tatas. Tell me about those tatas.
That's next. I'm gonna make you wait until last possible second to tell you about breast milk titties or breast milk cookies. Titty cookies.
Titty cookie.
That's what I was going for.
So what is it? What are we going into?
So we're gonna talk first about a mom who used her pictures of when she was.
Is it story time?
Yes, it's story time.
It's story time.
Story time. Yes. So first we have the mom who has photos of her and put them up on Facebook stating, "This is what a junkie looks like." So her name is Melissa Lee Mayos, and this is a picture of her at the height of her addiction. She basically took this photo and put it up on Facebook and wrote, "It goes beyond what my words can accomplish. This is by far the most raw thing I have shared with the world. Please read, please share."
Good God.
Yeah, so she says, "This is what I looked like daily for years."
Look at her third eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. But this is what I looked like daily for years, she wrote, alongside photos of her with a scabbed face. This is what my husband dealt with. This is what my little girls walked in on. This is what my family and friends saw on the rare occasions I left the house. I was sick. I was dying. I was so far gone, I thought I never could recover. I was so lost, I couldn't imagine a life without using. I just wanted to die. I didn't realize I was hardly alive.
Fuck that.
Wow.
Yeah, so she said that you know, she's hoping that it helps those looking for help with addiction and helps to inspire them to get help, basically. If you're currently in active addiction, this is my plea to you. Look at these pictures. Images of a dead girl, a needle junkie with a habit so fierce she spent days and nights in a self-induced coma on our bathroom floor. A girl who would spend every cent on dope and forgot she had kids to feed and to take care of. A girl who lost every single thing she ever had, who was so sick she thought she would never find a way out until she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's kind of, you know, it reminds me of those cigarette tobacco videos.
Right.
But, you know,
but this one actually has a punch that those don't. Like,
right. And you don't hear about them making money afterwards.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like, this is very clearly someone who...
self-driven.
You know, yeah, who knew that they were in a bad place and wants to help someone else. And she goes on to say, I did this in the hopes of even getting one person to reach out. And the fact that hundreds of you have trusted me and my story enough to message me fills me with more hope and love than I can explain. Thank you for letting me share my story. I love you all. We can do this together. Never lose hope.
Wow. I mean, that's, you know, that's powerful in itself.
Right. Right.
Wow.
So I guess I can't really make you wait any longer. So there was a mom who revealed that she used breast milk in bake sale brownies.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened. So she posted a Facebook post, actually.
I think we have that post.
Yes,
there we go.
There you go. That was actually, it was taken by Sanctimommy and posted, of course, with her information obscured to protect her identity. But basically, she said, I made brownies for my school bake sale that had breast milk in them. I didn't have time to run the store and didn't think it was a big deal. Some of those kids could use the nutrition, to be honest. One of our moms found out and are blowing it way out of proportion. I don't know what to do. So the post drew 246 comments in 34 minutes and was picked up by the Sanctimommy, which took the screenshot and posted it. So everything that people responded with, it kind of ranged from humor and amusement to disgust. So one person,
I think it's hilarious.
I think it's funny. I mean, one person was like, let us spare a moment of silence for the children of Booby Crocker.
Right.
You know, that was one. And then there was another that said, honestly, this is actually a damn near criminal offense. Breast milk, like blood or semen, can carry diseases, which is why legit donation services screen milk before passing it along to moms and their babies. Secretly feeding children that aren't yours baked goods with your bodily fluids in them is gross, shady, and borderline psychotic. Wait, not borderline, it's full-blown psychotic. So, as you can see, they ranged. But... you know, the FDA does say that if you're considering feeding a baby with human milk from a source other than the baby's mother, you should know that there are possible health risks and safety concerns for the baby. Risks for the baby include exposure to infectious diseases, including HIV, to chemical contaminants such as illegal drugs, and to a limited number of prescription drugs that might be in human milk if the donor has not been adequately screened. In addition, if human milk is not handled and stored properly, it could, like any type of milk, become contaminated and unsafe to drink. So I understand why people are upset about it.
I guess. I mean, I get it. You know, I get the whole safety hazard and all that, you know, but is that some sort of assault?
I don't know. I mean,
because it's bodily fluid, but you didn't spit. I mean, it's a fine line between spitting on somebody and.
Yeah, I think
but
it's
at the
a
same
fine
time,
line.
I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet you somebody in
fine
Mississippi
line.
would find it real easy to pull in court.
Well, I mean, you know, what it comes down to is whether or not the breast milk brownies were safe or not. Plenty of people were grossed out.
894
and that's from the repost of Sanctimommy. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, plenty of people were grossed out. And one mom in particular had a very similar story to tell, actually. She said, "This is hilarious. My son was sick when he was a newborn and was in the NICU for 6 weeks. I brought the nurses goodies occasionally, but they informed me they couldn't accept baked goods because a mom fed them all brownies made with her breast milk without their consent or knowledge. So gross." So the question really is, are there 2 breast milk Nigellis out there, or is the bake sale mom a repeat offender?
Oh, wow. That's a big question. Yeah,
Makes
right.
you think, don't it?
Wow. And if you look, the #1 trending comment on that is, I shall forever remember today as the day I stopped supporting bake sales.
Right.
Like, so, wow.
Right.
Holy
Exactly.
shit.
But, yeah. So, further, though, is Facebook.
Yeah.
Because we all know how much you love Facebook, so I got one for you.
Oh, great.
So, Facebook wants to charge you to read news articles now.
What?
Yes, so Facebook is working on a way for news organizations to
You
charge...
want to see dead people? You gotta pay $3.95 a month.
Right. They're working on a way to charge readers for articles they share and read on social network. Facebook's head of partnerships, Campbell Brown, said the current plan is to require payments after reading 10 articles from a publisher through Facebook. Brown said at a conference in New York on Tuesday that the new organizations have been calling for subscription capabilities. Currently, Facebook's instant article feature, which load faster compared with going on the mobile web, are free, even if they would be behind a paywall on the web.
Wow.
Facebook confirmed Brown's remarks, which were reported by the business website The Street. In a separate statement to the Associated Press, Brown said Facebook is in the early talks with publishers on how we might get better support subscription business models. Last week, the news publishers said that they are seeking permission from Congress for the rights to negotiate jointly with Google and Facebook on ads and other issues.
Damn. So what do you think is gonna happen in like 5 or 10 years? I mean, you really think we're gonna have to pay for our news?
I mean, you kind of technically do already. If you buy a paper, you're paying for news.
Right. And if you have cable, you're paying for it then too, I guess.
Right. So, I mean, you really kind of already are. Why not be charged on your mobile device? Technically, that's kind of dual charging, though, because you already pay your cell phone device.
Right, yeah, you're already required to pay a monthly fee to your provider.
But it's an individual service that you don't necessarily have from your provider. So that's how they probably get away with it.
And for only $19.95, you can have unlimited bullshit sent to your phone, and you can totally be annoyed all day long.
Exactly.
Just follow this direction. Like, yeah. It's like the accept or deny. Do you allow all these people to follow you? Do you allow this app to have control?
We will not send your information anywhere. We're so going to send it everywhere.
Yeah. We're so going to fuck this guy. It's going to be fucking great.
Just click yes. Just do it. Yes, he clicked
Just
yes.
do it,
We're
fucker.
so fucking him.
Just do it, fucker. Oh, yeah, that's great. Give me your info. I'll fucking do it for you.
Right.
So, we got, what do we got left?
Got douchebag criminals.
We do. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess, Siobhan. I'm holding out.
V says I'd rather buy a terror tot. LMAO.
That's hilarious. I'd rather buy a terror tot. So, it looks like I'm trying to find.
Did you not get them loaded correctly?
I'm trying to find them, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, but they were such good photos.
They were.
What happened to them?
They disappeared.
You fucked it all up, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I had them loaded. I did have them loaded. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. Well, so the first douchebag criminal of the night is a mom who had $2 million worth of liquid meth in her car and her kids.
And her kids.
So a woman was arrested last week after cops pulled her over and discovered $2 million worth of liquid methamphetamine hidden in jugs while her 4-year-old daughter sat in the car. Yeah. 23-year-old was speeding down Interstate 35 in Austin, Texas when officers stopped her on July 12th. Another passenger and her daughter were also in the vehicle at the time, according to Fox 7 Austin. Officers,
hey, look. Found
hey,
it.
there she is. So officers noticed that Aaliyah was exhibiting suspicious behavior and was nervous as she was being questioned. So they got the canine dog and did an open
She looks
air
suspicious.
sniff. Yeah.
I'd get a canine dog on her too if she come walking through.
So they did an open air sniff and
Open air sniff.
Yes. So it led officers to the meth hidden in 5 jugs of purple power degreaser in her vehicle's interior compartment and trunk. The 75 pounds of liquid meth equaled 34,000 grams, a total street value of $2 million. She later told police an unidentified man asked her to deliver the drugs to the Dallas area. She also admitted to delivering meth in late June to Carlton, Texas. She was charged with conspiracy to possess with intent to deliver controlled substance. She faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. How about child endangerment, too?
Right. Wow.
Right.
Holy cow.
So, next we have...
Wow.
This one kills me. So next we have everyone's worst friend.
Everyone's worst friend.
Yes. This woman was jailed for wearing a fake penis and tricking her friend into sex. Everyone's worst friend. So, a British woman who pretended
Drive-by stuffing.
A British woman who pretended to be a man by wearing a prosthetic penis and tricking her blindfolded friend into having
to be a man. It looks like a man, though. Huh?
Right. A little bit. I mean, if you're pretending, yeah.
Oh.
So she wore the prosthetic penis and tricked her friend into having sex with her while she was blindfolded. She was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison for this. So Gail Newland, 27, was found guilty on 3 counts of sexual assault in June after a... After a retrial, the BBC reported. She was initially sentenced to 8 years in prison in November of 2015 when she was found guilty of the same charges, but the conviction was overturned last year when officials declared the judge handling the case was not fair and balanced. A close friend claimed Newland tricked her by pretending to be a man named Kai Fortune, who she believed was her boyfriend. Newland and the friend met while they were attending the University of Chester in 2011. Newland duped her friend by creating a Facebook page when she was 15 years old to take on a male persona, putting photos of an American man on it to make it more believable. The friend said in court that she was unaware Newland was Fortune because she was always wearing a blindfold when they met. Newland would then wear a strap-on prosthetic penis when they had sex. There was no point until the day I took off the blindfold that I thought for 1 second that a woman was the person behind this. She added that she would have never consented to having sex with Newland if she knew it was her supposed friend. The friend also said she was blindfolded when the pair were hanging out. Newland was sentenced to an additional 6 months in jail for defrauding her former employers when she worked at an internet advertising agency.
Jesus Christ,
She
man.
allegedly created 10 fake client profiles between 2014 and 2015.
Holy shit! Like,
okay, my thing is...
Struggle snuggle right there,
right,
baby.
totally. Why would you be blindfolded every time you met this person?
Oh, my God.
That just seems ridiculous and shady in itself.
We're going to go to the phones. We are live. What's going on, man?
Douchebag.
Right? And
what is up with that? Wow. Wow.
What's going on, Josh? How's it going, man?
What's happening? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I had to chime in.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I figured you'd like that.
I kind of missed. I was tuned in and I started calling with the first one with the lady with the $2 million worth of meth in her car.
Yeah.
And she's speeding down the road. I mean, that's douchebag material written all over it. I mean, you've got your kid in the car with it. And you're speeding. I mean, come on, lady. And then I kind of chimed in on the second one, I guess, with the blindfold and the strap on and the all that. So,
yeah.
They're all just douchebags. Period.
Right.
Just
But,
wasting
I had to
there.
put my 2 cents in.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. So I want to give a shout out to you and the Organic Bandits, man, holding it down, traveling around with Upchurch, man, and thank you for chiming in with Douchebag Criminals, man. I appreciate you.
Definitely. We appreciate it too, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. You have a good night, dude.
You too, buddy. Bye.
Bye. Crazy.
Rocky X also says there's a woman behind the penis.
There's always a woman behind the penis. So I want to give a huge shout out right now, man, to Photo Nation AP, Dave Sheets, and his wife, Natty.
Yes.
Well, future wife, Natty.
Future wife.
Might as well be wife, Natty.
Yeah, at this point, they pretty much are.
I mean,
They're
yeah.
just missing the piece of paper to state it.
I mean, they've already given them to their kidneys.
Right.
Like, they've already given. So, I mean, death do us part, right? I want to give a shout out to Phone Nation AP, Dave and Natty. Congratulations on your kidney-versary.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome, man. Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com. Check them out. Columbus Botanical Depot. And make sure you head over and like the Admiralty. And, hell, like all these bands. Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys are all going to be under one roof, man. August 26th, and this is your opportunity to win. Go like the Admiralty on Facebook, go like Antman Verses on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And tell them what else, Siobhan.
We've got the 2 tickets for the Turn It to 10 Fest on August 4th with Saving Abel and Autograph. To enter, you must be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And we want to know if you have been to a Saving Abel show before. What is your best memory from a show, and what show was it at? And if you haven't, we want to know what song made you a Saving Abel fan and why. Now, the cutoff is going to be July 25th, and the winners will be picked on July 27th. But make sure that you actually give us a legit story, because we are going to read these.
Yeah, I mean, no half-ass. Like, I love the song because that one chick took her shirt off,
Right.
and it was
That-
awesome.
I mean, tits are great, but that doesn't count.
Right. So I want to give a shout out to all my sponsors tonight. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the action. I want to give a shout out to all the new viewers that we have. We have over 150 subscribers. We're
exciting.
We're almost over 9,000 minutes watched. Pretty kind of crazy to think about.
It
really.
is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So, and go to antmanvs.com. You can hit my new website and check out the Antman archives on SoundCloud. Go back all the way to the beginning. And we're getting ready to release a new series called Antman Verses the Beginning. And that showcases all the old stuff before, like, circa 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, like the earliest I found was a 2013, and I found my original radio audition.
Wow. Are you going to put that up too?
Fuck no. Hell to the no.
That'd be like Ant-Man raw and uncut.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like go ahead. Yeah, like it was before I hit before I hit radio puberty.
When you was just a shit stain.
Right. Yeah. Right. Hey, you know what? I can say I was better than most interns. I brought my own headphones the first day.
That's true.
So and I even had my own pop filter because I was so paranoid because I worked with at a station that had cigarette smokers. And the smell of the pop filter after they got done, I'd try to record. So I was like, I'd pull it off, put a new one on, and be done. Pretty awesome. So the 8th and the 10th, Mary Kaufman's coming in the 8th, and
Nice.
Rocky X is coming in the 10th, and we have our birthday show coming up on the 24th, and that's going to be live for 5 hours from 5 to 10 p.m.
It's going to be one hell of a day. I'm
Yeah.
going to have to take off work for that.
Oh, yeah, I would. I would.
Yeah.
And I would plan on probably hanging out and having a crazy old time because it's RSVP, and the best part about it is that the cover is a dish. So bring a dish, bring some food,
Nice.
bring some soda, whatever. BYOB, bring your own beverage because there's some people who aren't drinking, so whatever. Somebody asked me if I was gonna allow them to bring their kids. I was like, I don't think you want to do that. I'm like, this is gonna be probably an adult event, And typically I would be like, sure, I'm open for kids all the time. I love kids, but like I think that particular day, you might want to leave your kids at home.
Yeah, it might be a good idea,
Yep. It's just probably a day for the adults.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I am out the door, man. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, man. And get out there, see some local shows, show some respect, and make sure you stay for the whole show. Don't cut out early.
Unless you have a real good reason.
You better have a damn good reason. Damn good reason. So I want to give a shout out to my music familia. I love you guys, and you guys have an awesome weekend. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and all that fun jazz. Siobhan, have a great weekend.
I'm going to try.
Hopefully you feel, you know, as good as you do tonight for next week.
Right?
All right, guys, we are out the door. Have a great weekend. See ya.